All right. Hi, everyone. Lachlan, stop it. Uh, hi, everyone. Welcome to another Will Witch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Will Witch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer, who's acting a bit like a child right now.
Uh,
We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs. We created our own company, that way we could create high quality, exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. Tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features uh, Curse of Strahd, a journey into the heart of Barovia, where ancient curses, deadly intrigue, and the dark allure of Count Strahd von Zarovich awaits. Heroes must brave the mists and confront the vampire lord himself, or be forever bound to his nightmarish domain. With us at the table, we have several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. Ask in chat, or hop over to our Discord, where you can find out more information. But speaking of our awesome players, that means it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, who brings all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our heroes. As they are, some of them, entering into a tavern, and some of them on their way. And we'll begin with an introduction from Ogreen.
hey everyone, it's me Thresh. Tonight I'm playing Father Mogring Kilgore, true follower of the only twins, the only gods there are, and here to make a point about that.
All right. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Valen?
Hello, everyone. I'm Connor. I'm playing Valen. He is a drow elf shadow magic sorcerer who travels the land with his shadow hound companion Nyx, looking for a way to free his homeland from cursed rule so he can return to the throne.
Alrighty. Next up for our introductions, let's learn about Jinx.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Jinx. Jinx is a mischievous and curious blackbird tabaxi rogue inquisitive. This week's fun fact about Jinx is he collects rings. They're his like little fidget spinner things. He likes them.
Alright. And then last but not least, why don't we learn about Lana?
Hi, I'm Ridian, and I play Lana, who is a farmer's daughter. Um, she's been dreaming of getting out of the village of Barovia, and she's excited because she feels like she may have found a way.
Then, with no further ado, we'll dive into our session. And we begin with the Father Mograine, Valen, and Jinx, having made it to the Blood of the Vine Tavern. There is a single shaft of light that illuminates the main square, and the brightness looks like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. As you approach the tavern, you would see above the gaping doorway that there is a sign. It hangs precariously askew, and it proclaims this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern. As you pass under it, let me just double check. Let me do some DM snooping, is what I really mean to say. Mograine,
Yes.
you would notice that the sign has actually been tampered with, besides the fact of it hanging askew. And as you are passing under it, you would notice the N on was originally of blood of the vine.
So it's blood in the vine now?
No, it was blood of the vine, and
It
now
was blood of.
uh,
And
or
now is.
no, it was blood on the vine, and now blood
On.
of.
Okay. Blood on and now is blood. Gee, this is confusing. What?
Okay. So, blood of the vine
Yes.
is what it is currently.
Now. Okay.
Yes. At one point, it was blood on the vine.
Understood.
Yeah. Barovia, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
At what point was this a Pizza Hut or a Chuck E. Cheese? All right. We are.
So you enter in at this point.
Yeah, Mograine will make a mental note of that, but not really bring it up to the group, as right now it does not seem pertinent.
You all three enter and would notice that the tavern at one point was very finely appointed, but over the years has grown shoddy. But it's warm, at least. There's a hearth with a blazing fire, and, well, there are a few huddled souls within. You would notice of them, there is the barkeep, there are 3 Vistani sitting together, and a man who sits by himself at a corner table, sipping his wine.
Is there a bard playing any music?
No.
Damn. Very well. Mograine will approach the bar.
As you approach the bar, you see that there is a pudgy man, short, and he is tending the bar mindlessly. He cleans one glass after another, after another.
Friend, a cup of red, please.
One cup, as he'll pour a red wine into a small glass.
What do I owe for this beverage?
1 copper.
Mograine will put down 3 copper. All right, well, I'll ask him to break a gold into copper.
So he'll take the gold, place down 9 silver and 9 copper pieces.
And then 9 silver, 9 copper. Okay. And then I will leave 2 on the counter.
Okay, he doesn't pick up the 2 that are left on the counter. He just picks up the 1.
Fair. I'll leave them in case I get other drinks then. And I will head back over to the group with my cup of wine. Friends, we may have some time on our hands. Perhaps a drink might help pass that time.
As you are standing there, you hear from the man in the corner. Travelers! Welcome. Would you care for a pitcher of wine? My treat.
Pitcher.
It's a cultural thing.
Pitcher, man. That's crazy. Mogren will look at the group with a cup of wine already in hand. He's kind of spoken for, so if anyone else is thirsty, they're welcome to it.
I mean, I won't say no.
Jinx, Jinx is trying and probably failing to keep a low profile. But he'll nod in agreement. Valen.
And then the stranger will wave you over towards his table. Find a seat, get comfortable, and I'll grab wine.
As he gets up to make a move, can I kind of pace him real quickly?
Sure.
What kind of role do you want for that, if any?
Well, it depends on what are you taking just a more physical look over
Yeah,
him?
I'm just gonna give him an eyeball over, get eyeball like him up and down, and then where he's coming from if he's got any belongings up and down. Just kind of scan.
Yeah, I'll say just a perception check then.
Excellent. How's a 24 treating me?
24. So, no belongings that are at his side, so it doesn't look like he is some sort of traveler. And you would see that he is perhaps a young man, maybe somewhere in his 20s, maybe pushing early 30s at the oldest of him. He is muscular in the way that he holds himself. You can see that he perhaps has some sort of fighting training. And dresses fairly well for where you're at.
Interesting. As he's getting stuff at the table or getting stuff for the table, I'll join my compatriots and share along. This man seems to be from here. If I had to guess, he might likely ask us for something, to do something, perhaps.
As long as it doesn't
Okay.
require us going back into that house again.
That's very fair.
While we're waiting, I'll give Nyx a little scratch behind the ears.
It's not long before he returns, and you see that there is a pitcher of wine, made of perhaps some sort of silver or tin. It's dulled, it's not been shined, but it does seem clean as he will pour glasses for Jinx and Valen, who don't have one, and places the pitcher in the middle for refills.
So, how can we help you, friend?
Well, I wasn't going to be diving right into assistance, but if you are asking, I need help protecting my sister. It'd be about this point that Lana, you'd be making your way in, as it took a few minutes for pitcher to be filled, and I'm sure you were quite eager to get to the tavern to meet with your new compatriots.
Yes.
And when you cross the threshold, Lana, you would notice that where exactly your companions are, they stick out amongst the rest of the Provians, but you would notice who they are sat at the table with. This is, as you would know, Ismark the Lesser, is what he is commonly called. but his real name is Ismark Kolyanovich. He is the son of the Burgomeister, the head of the town, who you would also know is God, where is his name? Kolyan Indirovich.
Yep.
So, uh, you're able to join them, and in doing so, a wine glass can be brought over for you.
What was his first name again?
Ismark.
Ismark. Hello, Ismark. Hello, Ismark.
And he gives a nod. And, "Oh, I was not expecting someone from our town to be joining the strangers. Well, as I said, I am looking for someone to help with Irina, my sister. There is danger here while she is within the shadow of Ravenloft. I need for you to take her to Vallaki. I have heard that it is well defended.
I mean, I feel like we're all in danger. Is there any specific person that you want us to bring her to in Valaki?
Just to get her out.
Well, we would be glad to help, but we don't know where Valaki is. We're obviously not from here.
I I can uh, I can bring us over to guide us over to Valaki. How old is the sister?
Irina is probably not much younger than Ismark. Let me see if it actually tells me her age.
So mid-20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like young 20s at her absolute youngest, but
And can you type her name as well? Ismark. Does your sister Irina wish to go to Valaki as well? Valaki?
Irina does not wish to go anywhere. At least not for right now, but it is a danger if she stays. We have been having visits by those sent by the devil, Strahd.
What does he want with her?
Strahd is attracted to Irina for reasons I do not know, but I know that he desires her above all others. If she stays, she is in danger. She must be brought to Vallaki.
I mean, this is a dangerous thing you are asking us to do. You're saying the devil is sending his emissaries to go and try to take your sister, and you want us to go ahead and out into the road to bring her to be lucky. And she did not wish to go. This is very dangerous.
It is. It is a gamble. She is vulnerable outside of the house. But what is one house when it has been night after night after night of attacks? Walls will fall, which is why the lucky is where she will be better away from Strahd, and well defended in its walls.
How far would you say it is to Villaki?
Uh, I would say. So that's going to be a few miles journey. Couple of days.
Okay. I turn to my new friends and so I know that you are here too. Well, I do not know why you're here, and you do not know why you're here. You just kind of showed up. But from what I gather, you survived the the last place you stayed at. This is maybe dangerous, but if you wish to go ahead and learn more about Barovia, maybe a good thing. The village, Balaki, is to the west of us. That'll take about a couple of days. Um, I will like to go, but it is very dangerous to go alone, even if it's two people with, me and Irina. What do you say, compatriots? Would you join me?
Before I answer that, I want to ask Ismark something.
Sure.
If your sister doesn't want to leave, how do we convince her to leave?
It is not that Irina does not wish to leave the village. Irina grieves. We lost our father recently. She does not wish to leave the house at all. She is understanding of the fact that the village is no longer safe for her. She will go to Valaki, but I do not know how to alleviate her grief. That is why I ask for assistance, not just in travel, but with a broken heart.
Friends, when we were in that house, we found a note from a Strahd, didn't we?
I believe we did. I don't think we took it with us, though.
I believe you did take the letter with you. I believe you left everything else.
Yeah.
To my most pathetic servant.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
just go ahead.
we also find a letter from like an invitation on a corpse from the
Uh,
burgomaster.
it was not an invitation. It was a I believe what it was a warning. Do. Which I definitely know you guys have. The what you have here is uh it was somewhat of an invitation actually. Hail thee of might and valor. I, the burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now, my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from the evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. Kolyan Indirovich, Burgomeister.
I guess upon hearing the name Irina, Jinx will take the letter out and be like, put it on the table. Is this your
Uh,
sister?
Mogreen will take out the letter from Strahd and put that on the table too.
Not only is that the name of my sister, that is the handwriting of my father.
There seems to be some puzzle pieces to put together here.
I go ahead and reach for the letter and go, "Hey, do you mind if I read?"
Which letter are you reaching for? There are two on the table.
I would like to reach for both, please.
All right. So, the one that was just read, of course, you can read. The other
Yep.
one is,
Yeah, I remember that one too.
yeah.
Oh. I go ahead and turn to Ismark. Your sister has been bitten.
It seems so. Though I was not aware of the bite. Just that Strahd desired her.
About the table, what? I have the Borovia document.
Mm-hmm.
It does not say anything about the bite mark. What do we know about it?
You don't
What do
know
I know about it?
anything about a
Anything?
bite mark. I mean, people are bitten by vampires and they'll have signs of teeth or incisions if it's in a visible space where people can see it.
Okay.
We don't have that Vampire the Masquerade, you lick it closed rules going on here. A bite is a bite.
I believe it's
Okay.
pronounced Bite.
Don't start with me. So, will you assist?
I suppose it's the best way to move things forward in progressing out of here, as we have no other leads. You seem like a good person who knows the lay of the land. I believe this would be beneficial for all of us.
Well, I know the lay of the village Barovia. Unfortunately, I have stuck well to the roads here, not traveled much else. But come, let us finish our wine, and I will bring you to my house.
Sorry about your father.
It is a tragedy, but one that we are familiar with in Barovia. All right. There's nothing else you wish to explore in the Blood of the Vine Tower. Ismark will be able to lead you through the uh, village. You pass by a store that you can see has the sign reading Bildreth's Mercantile. Seems to be some sort of general store. As well as passing by a house where you hear a moaning sob coming from a 2-story townhouse that you pass by. Specifically, comes from this one, which is on the road that you are following is marked down, which is that southernmost road straight down. As you hear the crying that comes from that house, you would notice that it's barricaded and boarded up.
Lana.
Anybody live there?
Lana, you would know that this is the house of Mad Mary is the name that goes around. And for about a week now, there have been cries coming out of that house. But you have not seen Mary.
Oh. That is the, I share that information.
I'm going to quickly glance over at it before I continue walking.
Okay. Easily able to pass by the house. And when you reach the end, there is the large house, the Burgermeister's mansion. It is weary looking, and it is squatting behind a rusting iron fence. You would notice that the iron gates are twisted, torn. The right gate lies cast aside. The left swings lazily in the wind. And as you arrive, there's this stuttering squeal and clang of the gate that repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. You would notice heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window, and all the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of an evil omen. Approaching the door, it is Ismark calling out, "It is me, Irina. I have brought company, but you need not worry about them. They are here to assist." And the door will open. as you have the mansion door open, you are waved in by Ismark as he steps inside.
Mogring will follow.
That's not the Burgermeister village that I want. I guess that's what I get from. Okay. Alright. So, stepping inside, you would notice that the interior of the mansion is well furnished. Yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. There are noticeable oddities of the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. And a young woman stands there. She has auburn hair and stands with a not quite a wariness, but a readiness about her. Though she watches you curiously as you stand with her brother. There's a picture of Irina.
Yeah.
Through an open door, you would spot the drawing room off to the side, and on the floor is a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay that comes from the recently dead Burgermeister. Strangers, this is Irina, my sister.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I'm sure you might think it is.
We have been told briefly of the situation and how things have affected you. Uh, what is your choice of assistance? How can we best help you?
To help me would be to help Ismark. Our father needs to be buried. I will not leave until he is. But no one in the village wishes to help us. Bury the Burgomaster, and we can talk of where to travel next. I cannot stay here. I cannot put my family in more danger. I do not know what waits for me if I stay as well.
What is my relationship with Adida?
I'd say you know of her. You may not be terribly close, but the burgomaster is the sort of head of the village. He's kind of like the mayor. So, sort of up there in, like, important people.
And why is nobody want to help them bury the burgomaster?
It's Barovia.
Yeah, okay. Out.
Has Ismark mentioned how his father died?
No, just that he died recently.
Is it common knowledge that he is dead?
I wouldn't say that it is common knowledge, but you'd know because Ismark literally told you before you left the tavern.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Did he say when he died or no? Just recently dead.
He just said recently. I mean, you can ask
Okay.
Irina for more information because
Yeah.
she seems to know that he's dead
Yeah.
as well.
Adina, I am so sorry for your loss. Can we ask, how did your father die?
It was natural, though a tragedy nonetheless. For weeks, Strahd has sent his wolves and his dead and other terrible creatures attacking the house night after night after night. And my father's heart could not stand it. He passed 3 nights ago.
I will help you bury him.
Donovich, the priest, go with Ismark and deliver our father's body. Bury him, and you can return, and we go wherever it would be safest.
I nod. I turn to my friend, turn to my group. What about you? Would you help us bury him?
I will do what I can, but I'm not the strongest of the group. Physically speaking.
More than happy to help with the heavy lifting.
I can keep a watch out in case more wolves and dead come.
Thankfully, the area around the mansion has been quiet since my father's death. I do not know what it means, but I think it will be quiet here. I do not know what waits for you at the graveyard at the church.
Okay.
Well, strangers, friends, many hands make for light work. And Ismark will make his way over towards the body of Polyon Ondirovich, and if anyone would like to assist in lifting the coffin, I would say that if multiple figures, 3 or more, no checks required.
I will help.
That will help.
Leaving the mansion, Irina closes the door behind you. And you have the travel through the village all the way to the northern end where the church and the graveyard await. And as you move up, I'm just gonna yoink you all over there.
Yep.
Do we have an outside the church? We do not have an outside the church. What we do have... You come to the church, and it is atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone supporting Castle Ravenloft, and it stands, a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end, itself worn and weary. There's a bell tower that rises toward the back. A flickering light shines through holes in the singed, shingled roof, and the rafters strain feebly against their load. Approaching the doors, you would see that they are covered with claw marks, scarred by fire. Nope, that's me. I'm doing things. Right. You should be able to see the new map now. Or at least a part of it. Oh. As you arrive at the church, what, besides looking at the door, do you all do?
In order to get to the cemetery, we have to go through the church.
Well, I mean, you could just go to the cemetery, but if you want to give like a proper burial, you might want to talk
Oh
to
yeah, talk to the priest.
the priest.
Yeah. Okay. Can we? Should we gently just lay him down here and then knock on the door? Ask for Father insert name.
Sure. That is what we wish to do. Alright. So. Oh, I should probably make that look better there. Okay. Yeah, Donovich, the village priest, is easily something that you can do. So, the doors are not locked, so you can open them. Question is, do you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll see why not. Oh, you got it. All right, cool.
Just add Bismarck. And
It's a big board. All right.
so, crossing through the open door. Let's get fog of war removed.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
It's fine.
Be careful for splinters, y'all.
Is it though?
It's fine. And so, the doors open and you see this 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall, which leads to the brightly lit chapel. Though the hall here is unlit. It reeks of mildew. You see 4 doors on either side that lead to adjacent chambers. They're closed currently. And you see ahead that the chapel is strewn with debris. You hear a voice, soft, from within, reciting a prayer. And the prayer blotted out by some inhuman scream rising up beneath the wooden floor.
Oh. Do I know this church to be this messy all the time? This like broken? Or is this new?
The church is typically shunned.
Okay.
You know that it exists, and you know that the priest is here, but it's disused. You've likely maybe never even stepped foot inside. You know that it exists, though.
Do I know Father Donovich by sight?
Yes, you would know Donovich if you stepped up.
And then I go up. Father Donovich? Nope, that's not me.
Moving into the chapel proper, you see that it is shambles. Overturned, broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles are mounted in candlesticks and candelabras, lighting every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. And at the far end, there's a cloth-scarred altar, and behind which is a priest knelt in. Oop, he's actually supposed to be back here. Still area that you're able to see. But you see that he is in soiled vestments, and next to him is a long, thick rope stretching all the way up to the bell tower. And as you step over the chapel floor, you hear a young man's voice crying out, "Father, I'm starving!"
And do I recognize the voice?
You would. It is the voice of Doru, Father Donovich's son.
Doru? Father Donovich, is everything alright? What has happened?
Doru is weak, and his voice hoarse as he continues to pray, almost as if he doesn't even recognize that you are there.
Doru is or Father Donovich is?
Donovich.
Okay.
You can still hear Doru's voice
Yeah.
underneath.
Right, it's underneath it. Okay. Father Donovich. Father Donovich.
And it's at this point that he will finally look up. He doesn't say anything. He's just looking up now. His prayers paused.
What is going on here? Where is Doru?
He's dead.
Dead. I hear his voice.
Oh. No, Doru. He died when the mage with black robes came from far away. It was a year ago that he died. The villagers that went off with the mage included my son. And when the wizard died, so too did my son. By Strahd's own hand.
Oh no. Is he undead? Is he a vampire?
No, not quite. He came back with fangs and hunger. But he is dead. Trapped. Unfed.
Father Donovich, do you need our help to put him to rest?
No. No, he is dead. You cannot disturb him.
I hear him crying out for you.
You hear a
How
ghost,
long?
nothing more.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah,
Is
go
he?
for it.
Telling the truth, is this a ghost or is Toru in the... Okay, I know nothing.
It's hard to say what's true and what's false here.
And I have an ear for deceit. Could I make an insight check as well? See,
Yeah,
I
go
read on
for
the
it.
situation. Oh, I don't think I got read on the situation with an eye.
Uh, let me check something here.
Wait, no, the whole reason why I did this, I cannot roll less than an 8. So that's a 14.
Okay. What you would understand is that this is a very complicated situation. The voice you are hearing is very much a real voice. But Donovich is quite adamant that his son is dead. It seems that with Doru returning a vampire spawn, by your understanding, it has driven the priest to madness, insanity.
Your son isn't completely dead, is he?
There's no son, no Doru. Doru's dead. He's a ghost.
I turn to Jinx. Are you getting something? Do you know something I don't?
I think Doru came back, changed. I think he's a spawn,
Then we
vampire
must
spawn.
end him.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
Uh, uh, then Donovich will stand up quite quickly and cover the ground, grabbing hold of your arm. No! No, you cannot!
Father, if he's an undead, if he's the servant of the devil, we must put him to rest.
No, I will not let you.
Please, Father. We do not wish to hurt you. Step aside.
You can't do this.
I turn to look at Ismark.
Uh, Ismark would still be outside where his father is.
Gosh darn it. Okay, I turn to look at my party. And I'm going to go ahead and do you all agree that will you help me put Toru to rest? Please. Oh God, I can hear him screaming.
Yeah. It's been going this entire time.
God.
I can't hear Sirenscape at all tonight. I don't know why. I heard a mosquito like 15 minutes ago, and that's it.
That is very odd.
Yeah, like I've I'm watching the stream. It's not muted. It's up at like 75%. And for some reason, I don't know.
I'm not well versed in these matters. I'm sure there are reasons why Donovich is doing this. But where I'm from, as painful as it is, we usually don't meddle in the business of others.
You do not understand. This is not just a family matter. If this is spawn of the devil, we must purge him. He's dangerous to everybody.
Extending life in this manner is no longer life.
Yes.
With the perhaps knowledge that he will not be able to stop you with words, Donovich will release Lana's arm and move
Uh-oh.
to stand in front of one of the doors,
Uh-oh.
blocking it with his body. No, I will not let you.
Father, step aside. What is in that room?
No, I will not step aside.
Can I try to move him?
It will be a athletics check, contested.
That's gonna suck because I have no modifier. Okay, 11.
$11 is just enough. You will be able to push Donovich out of the way of the door. And, what do you do?
While I'm holding on
Can
to
I,
my... Go ahead.
can I move to block him from re-engaging on that door?
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. I will do just that. Right
He
here with
will
me.
thrash against you.
That's fine. Or do you want to move him a little bit down, or? Oh wait, I guess
It'd be
there we go.
more towards this way is where.
Ah, very well.
So,
I will set up on this way.
yeah. So if Lana, you want to move in
Please.
to this room.
I get my shepherd's staff ready and I open the door or try to.
Yeah, the door's not locked. As you can, as you open the door, you see this room has not been treated well. Time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling. There is mold, and there are a few broken roof shingles amidst the puddles of water. Though in one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor. It is held shut with a chain and a padlock. And the young man's Doru's screams of anguish seem to come from beneath.
Oh boy. I move over here. Father Kilgore,
Yes,
would you come in?
I will do so.
I think he's down there.
Can I Morningstar this lock open?
Sure.
Just go for it.
Yeah, if you want. Or you can ask the
Kinda.
rogue to assist as
Oh, well,
well.
I suppose I could have done. Does a 9 hit the lock?
No.
Very well. I no longer wish to scratch up my instruments of prayer and worship. Uh, Jinx, good friend.
Yeah.
Would you be so kind as to take a look at this lock?
And do.
Thank you.
All right.
So,
Sleight of hand, please.
sleight of hand. 15.
That will open up the padlock. And with the padlock removed, you can remove the chains if you so wish.
After it's unlocked, Jinx will step back away from it before like anyone removes any chains. His job's done.
Okay. So as you remove the chains, I'm assuming someone will at least.
Yes, I will remove the chains and I turn to look at the Father Kilgore. Should I go down first or would you like to go down first?
I will take the lead. I'll cast light on myself and give myself a good old radiant barrier of light and make my way down.
Well, before you can make your way down,
Oh, okay.
you do have to open the trapdoor,
Oh,
which, because of the mold and the rain and everything else,
gross.
has become swollen and stuck.
All right. Well, that I'm gonna try to mace open. Or
Well,
go
before
for
you
it.
try and mace it open, because
Oh, okay.
why don't you just try and give me a strength check to pull it open, since
Okay.
you were trying to pull it open in the first place.
How's it 11?
You feel like it's giving way here, but it's still kind of stuck in the ground.
Hmm.
Can I go over, stand next to him and help him? Okay.
If you'd like to roll your own check to try and help, sure.
Aw, crap. Oh, 14.
14 is enough. As you assist, the area pulled up, and reveals a staircase, wooden, in the undercroft.
So now can I go down?
Now you can go down.
All right, now I'll go down.
Alrighty.
The Father Donovich doing while all that was happening.
Slumped over, in defeat. Seems very, upset. Maybe not quite inconsolable, but, this is definitely not something that he wants. And let me reveal the undercroft for you. So, when you stepping down the undercroft, there are rough-hewn walls, a floor made of damp earth and clay. There are rotting wooden pillars that strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling, and candlelight from the chapel slips through the cracks, which gives you the glimpse to a gaunt shape in the far corner. And is it only Mograine and Lana going down, or is everyone making their way down?
Down to electric.
I think Jinx's curiosity is getting the better of him, but he also doesn't know what Donovich is gonna do and kind of pokes his head out the door to look to Valen and be like, "Want company up here? Or do you want to head down with the other two?"
I will.
Um,
Aelin, go ahead. I was just going to give a little extra information for anyone who is worried about Donovich, in the fact that he does not have weaponry.
I'm just going to let those two handle it. It's not a. As rough as this situation is, I don't feel like it's one I should insert myself in. Should we have to do the worst?
That's fair. Jinx will Jinx will go downstairs. Just he doesn't know what he's gonna do when he gets down there, but he's just curious and wants to see what's down there.
Alright, so as your group begins to approach the creature in the far corner, hisses. I can smell your blood. He stands up, presses closer against the wall.
Oh, Toru, I am sorry this has happened to you. I go down to the bottom of the stairs. Are these little square pillars or what are they?
Yeah, they're pillars. They hold up the ceiling.
Okay. I shall help you go to rest. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I have
As
line of... Oh, okay.
your group moves off the stairs, he begins to run. And we're going to roll initiatives here.
Does my light affect him at all or no?
Is your light considered sunlight? It would say in the description.
Did just get some crazy stuff on level up, so I'm gonna look at that. See, bright light and 20, dim light and 20. Colored any which way. Okay. Let me double check new stuff.
Oh, Valen, you don't need to worry about initiative for this. Well, maybe you might.
Wait, remind me, in 2024, what is a magic action?
Casting a spell. Or using a magic item.
Okay, so that's not... It takes place of a full action.
So, if... Yeah, so, like, if you use the magic action, it's to cast a spell that has that action. Or a bonus action. That spell, whatever it is. It's just a mechanical way to say that. Instead of the spell casting action.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, cool.
Nope. Doing that on the wrong map. And Alright, so...
No sunlight, just to
Yeah.
clarify that.
As we begin, it is going to be Doru's turn first. And Doru... is going to use his action to dash.
Oh, crap.
1, 2, 3. Provoking the attack of opportunity from Lana.
Okay, that's good. Quarter staff attack. That is 12 to hit.
A 12 does not hit Doru.
Crap.
4, 5. Provokes the attack of opportunity from Mograine.
Absolutely. Dark 20.
That will hit.
Or 8 there.
And is your mace considered magical?
I don't believe so, but I will double check. I don't think I've gotten anything that has that available to it.
Alright, then Doru does seem resistant. So 6 is 30. And then 5. And it will provoke the attack of opportunity from Jinx.
Okay. That's a 14.
Just misses. So 15, 20,
Oh, crap.
25, 30. And that is it for Doru. Jinx, it's your turn. You saw as he made it up out of the trapdoor. Scrambling
Cannot
up there
let
with
him-
speed.
Cannot let them escape.
Well, shit, guys. I didn't know what I was gonna do when I came down here, but I didn't think running back up the stairs was gonna be the thing that I did. But here I go. I'll run after him.
Alright.
1, 2, 3,
Which puts you right on top of the door.
4. Right here.
Yeah, when you reach the top of the stairs, that's right at the door.
Okay. That was for squares. Am I able to go here and not leave his
Yeah, I'd say so.
right? Like his
You can do a
bonus influence?
diagonal movement.
Okay, so I'll go here. And I'll be like, where are you going?
You don't. Ouch! Punch!
can't let you hunt these people. And then I'll try and stab him. The 22.
That'll hit.
Shoot. I meant to say before I did that, this might be a learning opportunity for me. I wanted to use my insightful fighting. What that's called? Yeah, insightful fighting as a bonus action to make an insight check against it. Contested by a deception check so that I'd be able to sneak attack.
Allow it.
But it might. Alright, so I'll get an insight roll in here. Sorry, new subclass, 2 discs. That's a 24 on my insight check.
He rolled a 2.
Okay, cool. So I'll get sneak attack on this hit. So that'll be. I rolled 2 1s, so that's 6 points total.
Which he is
And he's-
unfortunately resistant to.
Yeah. I do not have magical daggers. So that'll be it for me.
Lana, we come to your turn.
Oh crap, we can let him go. I'm going to go ahead and as a bonus action cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
No.
Can I get here?
10 would be at the door. That's 15. And then 20.
Okay, right there. I stepped right there. End your
Alright.
turn.
Mograine, it's your go.
All right, we're gonna try something. We're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Which
Come
puts
on.
you 20 right there.
We're gonna call out Vale at the door, and then we're also going to attempt. Shoot, I just had it. Features. We have something new here. Go. Sorry, I'm just trying to get over the sheet. It was a. Yeah, here we go. No, that's not the right one either. Damn it. It was a. Here we go. Let's see, magic action. Yeah, Radiance of the Dawn. As a magic action, you present your holy symbol and emit a flash of light in a 30-foot emanation originating from yourself. Any magical darkness is dispelled. Each creature of your choice must make a DC 13 con save, taking 2d10 plus 3 radiant on a failed, half as much on a success.
Okay. So, con save, yeah?
Yes, please.
That is a 15.
Okay, that will be half as much. So, 13, 16, 8 radiant, please.
Alrighty, so.
And then I'm going to bonus action. Excuse me. Oh wait, no, because that would be considered a spell because it was a magic action, right?
You used your magic action, yeah.
All right, never mind then.
Okay. And with that, Valen, it's your turn. You just heard Mograine call out the door.
Is the door in front of me open or closed right now?
I'd say it's open.
I will take what Mograine said as me to close the door.
Okay.
So I'm going to. Would that be an action to close the door?
No, you can just close the door.
In his head, he's thinking, He's right about this. And then once I close the door so he can't get out, I will hold an action should Doru somehow get through everyone and to the door, and I will have a firebolt ready to go in that instance.
Alright, so do you stay at the door to have the firebolt, or do you move back?
I move back.
Alright, how far back? You've got... If you move directly back from the door, you've got 5 feet that you can put. If you move back towards the chapel, you can put more.
I will go to here.
Okay. It is Doru's turn next, and as we come to Doru's turn, Doru is going to climb onto the wall.
Oh god.
And as he climbs, he will move past Jinx. Does Jinx take the attack of opportunity?
Yep, I sure do. I don't like any of this. But my 14 just misses like last time.
And then Doru will open the door. And that will provoke the attack of opportunity from Lana first.
Okay, because I have the Shillelagh going. That is considered magical. That is 19 to hit
Yep.
for a total of 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And then, Valen, your held action is triggered as Doru comes out the door.
Alright, I'll yell Doru stomp, and then I'll cast a firebolt. That's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
That is 7 points of fire damage.
And that's only 3, 4, 5. And then Doru runs.
Oh,
Wait.
He uses his action to dash. And he flees. And we are no longer bound by initiative.
crap. No.
Can
Ah!
we load the last save, or
If only, right? But Donovich is on the ground, close to tears, still in that state from before, and will be muttering prayers.
Go back in. Father Donovich. I am sorry.
Donovich is just praying.
Oh. We just let our vampires loose.
I can see that.
Devil Strahd is a vampire. Vampire Lord.
I believe we've made our coming jobs harder.
Come, let us bury Burgomaster and get out of here. Father Kilgore,
Yes.
this may... I know that who you worship may not be who we worship, but I think Father Donovich is in no condition to
No,
do the right.
we must send to the morning Lord. When he's to be buried. Donovich will pick himself up. He still has that dazed look in his eye.
Thank you.
So, you can work with Ismark to bring the body of Kolyan and Virovich to the graveyard. And as you do so, the Father Donovich will speak. He offers prayers to the Morning Lord. He offers prayers that he takes Kolyan and Virovich and delivers him far from Barovia. And he prays for their own deliverance here in the valley.
In the background, Father Kilgore is muttering his own prayers under his breath.
As the dirt covers the fresh grave, in a moment of rare clarity in the brief time that you've seen the Father Donovich, he looks to you, particularly to Ismark. You must take Irina far from Castle Ravendorf. Take her to the Abbey of Saint Markovia in Kretsk. Or, if that fails you, Valaki. The Abbey is a holy place, protected by the Morning Lord's light, and he looks up to the overcast sky above. Now that Kolyan is buried, what do you wish to do?
Go back. We should go return to Irina.
Easily enough. Returning to Irina. As you are on your way through the town, you would notice something strange happening. There's the sound of a small set of wooden wheels rolling against the damp cobbles. And if you look to try and trace the sound, you would notice there is a hunched figure, bundled in rags, pushing a rickety cart through the fog.
Do I recognize this figure?
Not by name, but you've seen her travel through the town before, selling pies, mincemeat pies.
She's not one of the Vistani?
Nope.
Okay. I go. May I approach and ask her to stop?
She's knocking on doors, so like she's peddling wares door to door. And you've heard her offers before. Your parents have never opened the door for her. She offers an escape from misery and despair of the everyday Barovian life. And it's almost as if she hears your footsteps or has some sort of preternatural knowledge that when you try to approach her, she picks up and moves to the next house.
Hmm.
You could try and follow her, but it does seem that she might be maybe avoiding you.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. I'm wondering why. I go say in nice little Peruvian things. Excuse me, pardon me.
She will, as you close the distance sooner than she can move, she begrudgingly puts her cart down. And she turns, smiles. Old woman, again, dressed in rags, and... Are you wanting a release, a reprise from the misery and the despair of your everyday life?
Oh, I have desired that for a very long time.
I can give it to you for a single gold piece.
And what does this reprieve look like?
A pie unlike any you've tasted before.
Is this pie? What will this pie do to me?
It will offer you what you desire.
Inside check.
Roll an insight check.
Is it poisoned? Roll a 7 die.
You desire an escape, and she is providing it to you. You don't sense a deception there.
Can I insight check this?
Sure.
Well, all right.
Lana desires an escape, and this woman is offering it for a gold piece.
That's an expensive
My
pie.
whole my whole character is built around insight, so I would be remiss if I did not also try and do a check here.
Go for it.
Oh man, I just can't roll today. That's a 10.
Well, you know what? Might as well throw my name into the ring.
She's not showing any sort of signs of deceit. None of you can pick up on that. What she offers is what she stated. An escape from the everyday life weary Barovians face every day.
In the pies.
Some
Boy.
some would call them magic, others call them dreams. You can find out what you wish to call it with one gold piece, one bite.
I mean, this is D&D, right?
Yeah, but it's also Barovia. Do you really want to trust a place like this?
Right? But I've seen this woman before.
I mean, yes, but like I said, you've heard these sort of pitches before and your parents have never bought into it. It's not something that is commonly seen.
Okay. Madam, do you have any pies that are not magical?
I sell what I sell, and if you don't want it, leave me be.
Okay. All right. I am sorry. And then I back away.
Jinx, wait for this person to continue doing her door-to-door sales and like sneak behind in the shadows to try and listen and see if maybe someone will accept a pie because he super wants to know what happens when you eat one, but he doesn't want to eat one.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say roll for me a stealth to try and shadow this woman.
Oh man, these rolls. That's a 9.
Well, you feel hidden, whether or not you've been noticed or not. Will be yet to see. As you follow the woman, you would notice one door opening. And there is a muffled sounds of figures inside. And the woman, well, I've already given you some of my wares on promise that you'll pay me back, and yet you still have no coin. The boy is what you put for collateral, and I'm here to collect. And you see as she takes from the door a young boy about 7, and you hear the pleads from inside. No, anything but our boy. Anything but Lucian. And the boy is crying, reaching for his parents as the woman will put him into a sack and then attach that to her cart.
How much do they owe?
She stops. More than what it's worth.
That doesn't sound like a number.
Why do you care?
My reasons are my own. How much do they owe?
10 gold.
Will take out his pouch of gold over to the cart and dump out the entire contents, which is 10 gold, and say, looks like they're paid up.
For now. But they'll put him on consignment once more. It won't be long before I come to collect again. And very begrudgingly, she will unlatch the sack from her cart and leave the boy to sort of scramble out back to his home.
Mograine will
Okay.
make his way to the door frame after the young lad runs in and kind of stare down the parents. And you almost lost your son tonight. Get your affairs in order.
Some folks aren't lucky enough to have parents.
There's just, they're hugging Lucian, who's crying, but you'd see that there's a sort of glaze in their eyes. As much as they seem to be relieved that their child is in their arms. Anyone who'd like to roll for me either a medicine or an insight check?
A double digit would be just lovely.
Mograine and Lana. The look in their eyes is akin to that of some sort of long-time drunkard or addict.
Oh God. Do I above game? Do I ask my parents to take him since I'm leaving? Or is this a common thing that happens often in the village of Barovia? I cannot fix everybody's
Tell you what,
problems.
this might not be the best use of this or the strongest use of this, but I'm going to cast Command at second level.
Okay.
And the one word will be I'm going to look at both the parents as my two targets, and the command will be reflect so that they may hopefully try to think this through a little bit more.
It's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yes, DC 13.
Okay. You see one of their eyes seem to widen as a result of your spell. The other one seems to have succeeded against the save.
Mm.
But it will perhaps be a start.
That's all I can do at the moment, but hopefully that will be enough.
But Irina still waits for you at the mansion. And you have reunited Lucian to his parents. Ismark will comment. She is a stranger to Barovia, comes every so often. It is best to ignore her. We do not open our doors to her, and she will eventually stop. And as he says this, he looks to the two parents.
Let us go.
As your group turns towards the Burgomaster's mansion, we've got an ad break coming up here. I totally forgot to warn you guys about the last one. I was lost in the sauce, but I'll warn you about this one. Please hang out with us for our ads. They do help us out here at Little Witch RP. But if you'd like to directly support us, that happens at my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen in our chat room. Donations to the Ko-fi unlock awesome perks to the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us. But they also help keep our games affordable. You can support us how you're able to. Watch ads, Ko-fi donations. But please stick around because we'll be continuing with our story here shortly. I'd say after the day you've had so far, it's about midday, maybe an hour after, by the time you return to the Burgomaster's house, where you return to Arena. When Ismark knocks. Arena, it's Ismark and our companions. Father has been buried. And the door opens. You are welcomed in once more. And Irina will look to the four of you. Is it true? Is he buried?
He is, yes.
The funeral rites have been performed by Father Donovan.
Then I guess it is time we plan on where to travel. So, you've been told so far of two places. There is the fortified town of Valaki. But Father Donovich mentioned another place. He mentioned the Abbey of St. Markovia, near Kresk.
Well, Kresk is further away, but that is where we should try to go, yes?
How much of a travel would it be to Kresk?
Oh, that is...
Was it 4 days, 5 days?
No. Give me just one moment.
Okay.
Let me see if this thing exists. Da, 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 da. That is not... Alright, so... I would say... Ooh. That getting to Valaki would be about a 4-day travel based on a guesstimation. I can get you an exact number, not right now. So I would say getting to Kresk from Valaki is about 2 days travel, so in all, it'd be about 5, if it's fair, maybe a week's travel, if not.
Okay. So, question. Do I know how vampires are made or how vampire spawns are made?
A bite, typically.
And Irina is bitten.
Arena has been bitten at least once.
But we do not know how many bites or how long since from the time they're bitten to become a spawn.
No, actually, you would have a timeline. The first letter that your companions had found was dated. It was dated 1 week.
Okay. But we don't know how many more days we have left.
I mean, what you know and what is truth can be two different things.
Okay. Yeah, because it's not on the document. I turn to my companions before we go. I feel like you should know the the dangers that we are facing. The road will be hard. It's 4 to 5 days. At nighttime, there are spirits that roam the road where we will be traveling. There are wolves and other animals that come out, as well as we have to fear for the servant of the devil. Idina has been bitten a week ago. I do not know how long it will take for her to become a spawn. I don't know if it takes more than one bite or not. There's lots of information I do not know. But if Strahd wants her, then we should get her to the Abbey. Maybe the Abbey can help her. And maybe if we go to the Abbey, you may find out more information about what you need to know to get back home. Is this okay with you?
Been traveling the roads all my life, running. That's another few days.
Guess we aren't gonna find a way out of here just sitting here.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
I guess we're not gonna find a way out of here just sitting here.
That is right. Father Kilgore?
And if the Abbey is where we must travel, then I suggest we prepare ourselves. There is a merchant in town if you need to grab anything that you might need upon the road.
I have some food for the road. How about you?
Sure.
I am not fit for travel. I will need to procure rations for myself.
Sorry, I stepped
Okay.
away for a moment. I have belongings that we could travel with, but I have about a few days at best. Rations are one a day, right?
Yes, rations are one a
All
day.
right. I have about a week's time on me, so I'm not sure if that would be enough.
That should be enough. And in case of dire needs, there are things I can do to get us food.
Well, we're in a town. We should not exhaust the resources available to us here before we take away.
What time of the day is it, Faye?
Midday, just an hour after. Like I said earlier.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
Then, well, why don't we get Irina some more rations and then we should leave.
Alright. So, Irina will take a few minutes to gather her things. And this will include some armor and she wears a breastplate and has a sword with her. But
Does she look like Xena?
no, I've put
I've seen the picture. Very
Yeah.
hot.
that's what she looks like. She's got I'd call that a long sword and her breastplate.
Does she have Xena vibe?
She has the vibes of a noble who has basic training with a sword and is convinced that if she stays here, she's going to die.
Okay, warrior princess. I love it. Okay, let's go.
So,
Oh, I didn't mean Xena as in my character. I meant Xena as in the TV show character.
a TV show that predates me.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. DM attacking you in multiple fashions.
Let me DM lock.
Dear
Like,
Lachlan.
I want to say, this show ended before I was. No, okay.
Oh my god!
It was shortly after I was born. I was at least a year old when it ended.
Crazy.
But it is very much before my time.
Can't respect the classics.
I was raised on other things.
Yeah, like Coco Melon.
No. I was watching Jerry Springer hours after my birth.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Maury.
Yeah. You stop at Bildreth's Mercantile, the general store, as Irina, of course, needs some rations there. Entering in, the space here is sparsely lit. There are drawn heavy curtains, and the sign above creaks on its hinges. Um, but there is goods here as one of the few shops that are actually still running. Most of them are closed down in Barovia. Does anyone wish to look through his wares?
Yes,
Yeah, why
please.
not?
Would like to speak to the shopkeep at some point.
Oh, yeah, no, he's right there. You can easily find him.
I
That's what I was
saw
saying.
I saw Jinx empty out his coin purse, right? The entire thing.
Yes.
I go over
Sorry, I didn't notice. I have like 9 silver.
left. Yeah, I go over to Jinx. I said, Jinx, what you did there for that family is very honorable. But I cannot. It is my people. Would you let me pay for that forced freedom and give you back your coin?
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
A thing to consider now that we are all traveling as a group. Uh, our continued survival depends on each of us being in fit conditions. So perhaps going forward, it would be wise to consider what's mine and what's yours and what's theirs and theirs and theirs, pointing around the group. Not really talking to anyone in particular, but to the group as a large. Um, to be considering that as communal ours, if a thing is needed, it is given. So that the weight of this place is not as heavy as it would be on each individual, but as a group.
I must say, this was not how we were raised because our resources are so limited. However, I like the idea. I will I will try to do things your way.
I'm happy to help where I can, but my stuff's my stuff.
It very well might be, but in terms of what might be needed or done, it would behoove you to offer what is yours and yours alone to those around you so that we may assist you in the future. Not a force or a demand or a requirement, just something to consider going forward, especially as pockets tend to be lighter when food or resources are needed.
Hey, above the table, we didn't talk to Ismark about our reward for bringing the sister over, huh?
He did not offer a reward. He pleaded for assistance.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're from this town. This town's broke.
Yeah, it's broke as AF.
This town's like a fourth world country.
So, Jinx, you are able to find the owner, Bildrith himself.
What's his last name?
Yeah,
Cantemir is his last name.
Oh, I thought his last name was himself.
No, no. But the store is named after him.
Okay.
yeah. Can I give a quick, like, casual glance through the place as I'm walking up to see if my companions are, like, browsing wares?
I'd say that they are browsing wares, yeah.
Okay, I'll walk up to Hildreth, and good day.
There is any other. Oh, may I serve?
Do you barter? Like if I had the things that you might be interested in, would you throw some coin my way in exchange?
No.
Great. Have a great day. Things will turn around right by the door. His arms crossed, leaning against the door frame.
For the rest of you, as you look around the wares, there's very simple things here. You know, some ammunition, arrows, needles for a blowgun, crossbow bolts, bullets for a sling. Um, there is a singular orb made of crystal or glass. There are small crystals, rods, wands, and staffs. Bits of herbs and amulets, though all of the amulets and reliquaries seem to have dust and cobwebs around them, as if no one's touched them in a while. And you have some blankets, backpacks. There's all sorts of items that can be found here. Is there anything in particular that anyone is looking for, or are you just sort of browsing?
We're just looking for standard supplies that you would need on travel.
So, if there's anything you're looking for, let me know, because the what he has on offer does have, like, limits. So, like, if you're looking for rations, I can tell you that he has rations for sure.
Torches, rations, camping equipment,
Okay.
anything of that variety. You know, nothing outlandish or crazy.
Oh, just wait until you hear his prices. Rations, as you have known them, are fairly cheap. They cost about 5 silver pieces. However, Bildrith sells them for 5 gold.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You would notice Irina still grabbing a few.
So, what are these prices?
These are the prices I show them at. I do not see
Prices
anyone.
are outrageous.
I do not see anyone else having wares to be sold. If you are desperate enough, you will buy. And if you are not, you can go without.
Very well. I'll remember this. Thank you for your time. And Kilgore's gonna leave.
Kilgore and Jinx are just, like, out the door. If no one else...
Jinx will look at.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, as Father Kilgore walks his way, Jinx will turn to follow him outside and, keep in step and be like, that gentleman is unpleasant.
If no one else entertains the idea of shopping with Bildred, which is totally valid. He is an ass. But, it will be, 5 days worth of rations that,
Irina.
Irina, yes, she will put down. So that'll be 25 gold pieces. That will be most of what I have. But we should travel soon. Cover as much ground as we can beneath. The sun as it is out.
I am ready to go.
Does Valen entertain any sort of shopping?
I'll look at my inventory. I don't really think there's anything I need. Well, I got 10 days worth of rations, so I'm good to go.
Alright. Then you are all able to leave Bildrith's shop and where do you wish to head?
Where we're supposed to go, Faye.
Shall we head out of the village of Barovia via Old Spallet Road?
Yeah. That's the way out. Unless you want to try your luck in the woods.
No, no.
Yeah, the way you just worded that sounds terrible.
What do you mean?
That sounds like shit, Faye, frankly. That sounds like a dumb, awful, terrible way to die.
I would never kill you off in the woods.
That's something somebody who would kill me off in the woods would say.
I would never. Alright.
Stop.
So,
Does
yes.
the gym look into the camera?
Cut it out.
So, leaving along the roads, let's go to the old Follett Road.
What are these red lines?
Roads.
Okay.
So, you leave Barovia, and in doing so, you are coming across the crossroads of the River Ivlis. And let's see. Why don't we start with Mograine?
Yes.
Roll me a d20.
A D20.
Yep.
A dice with 20 sides. Or so one would think. That's a 17.
And a 17. You're fine. Nothing happens.
Hell yeah.
You come to an old wooden gallows that creaks in a chill wind. A wind that blows down from the high grounds to the west. There is a frayed length of rope that dances from its beam. The well-worn road splits here. There's a signpost opposite to the gallows. Points off in 3 directions. Barovia village to the east. Serpool to the northwest. And Ravenloft, Valaki to the southwest. The northwest fork slants down, disappears into the tree, while the southwest fork clings to an upward slope. Across from the gallows, a low wall, crumbling in places, partially encloses a small plot of graves shrouded in fog.
Hey, Faye,
Yeah?
on the map, I'm sorry, I was muted. Are we like right here? What
Yep,
area I'm thinking? Okay.
that's a crossroad.
The village that's above that, do I know what that is?
There is no village above that.
What are these?
You don't know that that's there. That's just something on the map.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know about it.
Yeah. So what you have is what I've described. There is
Okay.
the Serpool is up to the northwest.
Yep.
Valaki and Ravenloft points to northwest is Serpool. Southwest is Valaki, Ravenloft, the signpost, and then towards the east where you come from,
All right.
Barovia
Okay.
Village. I would say that you would know that from maps of the region, going through the Serpool would be shorter than the road to Valaki, proper off this road.
Shorter. It's also next to a running water, yeah?
It is next to the Serpool that comes from the river Ilvis. Ivlis.
Yeah. From what I've learned from my parents and other people, running water definitely kills vampires. I feel like we should go up north through the shortcut. What do you say?
Being near water has many advantages.
As your group decides and begins to travel, you would all hear a creaking behind you. It comes from the gallows. And as each of you turn, where there was nothing before, now hangs a lifeless, gray body.
Uh-oh.
The breeze turns, and the hanged figure turns in the breeze, slowly, and its dead eyes fix upon you. Phelan,
Mm-hmm.
you see yourself on the gallows. The eyes that are dead and glazed that meet you are eyes you see in the mirror, and every reflection. Mograine, Jinx, and Lana, you just see some unfortunate human. Pale, gray, bloated with rain.
Sounding.
Very unsettling looking back at myself.
Surely this is some trick.
You don't see a human?
No, I see me.
That's disturbing. I see a human.
Sardos, if you turn and look back, you no longer see yourself there.
I'm sorry, who?
Oh, not Zardos. Valen. You've got Zardos next to your name,
Wow.
so that's
Wow.
partially on you.
Wow.
Valen, turning away and looking back, you no longer see yourself as part of the gallows. You see just another human. Undistinct.
That was weird for a second.
As you follow the path to the north, the road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted and muddy path through the trees. There are deep ruts in the earth, evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above as you come to a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundreds feet across. There are 5 colorful round tents, each about 10 feet in diameter, all pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. And near this tent there are 8 unbridled horses that drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. And there is a footpath that continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. And why don't we get a map for you guys? So, here is what you would see.
Looking at the tents and hearing this music, do I get the feeling that these are Vistani?
Not even having to listen and read, there are Vistani that stand about.
Oh, that's fantastic.
There are about maybe 12 that you can count at a first glance. They stand around by the fire. Some are sitting, and they all seem to be telling stories and merrymaking.
I stop my companion. Friends, these are the Vistani. Vistani are the servants of the devil. Because of their assistance long time ago, they are granted passage beyond the fog. So they are able to come and go outside of Barovia. And because of this, they have goods that normally are not available to us.
It's
So
at,
if you go ahead.
it's at this point that you hear a call.
Uh-oh.
Travelers! And you see one of the Vistani men here, and there's a bottle of wine in his hand. I have no idea how long you've been on the road, but why not rest by the fire? We have plenty of wine to share.
I look over to Irina, What is her reaction?
Irina seems perhaps curious. Not. She doesn't seem to be staunchly against this. She looks more to the rest of you to see how, particularly towards Jinx, Valen, and Mograine, to see how they fare.
Mograine's not
Jinx is
against
perked
the
up.
hospitality offered.
Valen
Jinx is
being
perked up.
Valen's been traveling for years, camping on his own, so it's been a while since he's come across an encampment with many other people. So I think he's just observing.
If you wish to join the wizard, but I have to remind myself not to call Strahd the devil.
With that information, it'd be wise to keep our wits about us, but as of right now, I don't see why it would be in our best interest to at least see how these people live.
Okay.
Jinx is super curious, and in his mind, he doesn't say this because he doesn't want to offend Lana or Irina. Is Mark also with us?
No. Ismark stayed in
No.
Barovia.
I know, man, that guy asks for help, no reward, doesn't even offer to come along and help. Anyway, Jinx doesn't want to offend anybody, any of the locals, but he thinks to himself that these people are by far the friendliest, nicest. Like, they seem happy. They don't seem like weighted down by the entire universe. So he's curious to see what they're all about.
They're much more colorful than the figures you'd seen in town as well. Most of the people in Barovia are drab and gray and browns, but these ones are vibrant. So, you're welcomed into their camp. They pass around their wines freely and welcome you to the fire. Anyone who partakes, anyone who lingers, would hear as one of the Vistani begin to recount a tale. Many figures have come through the mists, but this is the tale of a mighty wizard, one who came to the land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing, and points towards Father Kilgore. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred with them these thoughts of revolt, bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside. Great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body, to see if he had anything of value. And there's a few chuckles around the fire. but the river Evelys had already spirited him away. And it seems that with the wizard's demise, so ends the tale this Vistana tells.
Right? Insight to see how much of that is uh seems to be embellishment and how
Yeah.
true it might be.
Yeah, roll me an insight roll.
If I keep rolling insight, one of them has to be good, right?
Yeah, there you go.
A lot of it does seem to be embellishment. Better to tell an interesting story. But the key moments seem to be true. That there was a battle between a wizard who rose a peasant army. The army went to take down Strahd, and whether they fled or not, unsure, but Strahd remained.
Is that the same one that Dol went at with?
Most likely it is. For whoever this mighty wizard might have been, it seems that this Vistana believes them to be dead, truly, after the fight with Strahd.
Does it look like there's any merchants here?
They're all probably some sort of merchants.
Jinx approached the guy that called us over initially at some point
Yeah.
while everyone's milling around. Are you willing to barter or trade?
Of course. Let's see what you have.
Jinx will pull out the 3 gold rings first and say, what would you be willing to trade me for these?
What would you be willing to have? I can give you coin, or I can give you gems. Or
Coin would be great.
we do have some wares that are indeterminate of value. If you'd wish to give the whole lot for one of these wares.
I bet Jinx is gonna. Jinx wants coin to fill his empty coin purse, but I don't think he can resist the allure of this item that's of indeterminate value. So he'll say, "Can I take a look at the item you had in mind?"
Of course. And as the man will head to one of the wagons overhead and open what sounds to be a chest. I need to make a roll here. I have this to offer. And he will produce a bottle. And it is... does this one have art now? It does not. There is this orange liquid that almost seems to flicker. And the empty space in the bottle is filled with smoke, where it's toppered off.
Yeah, rings are yours. I can have that bottle.
And he smiles, shakes your hand, presents you the bottle and takes it, and you can add a potion of fire breath to your inventory.
Cool. And then Jinx will say, "And what will this get me?" And he'll dangle the platinum necklace with the topaz on it off of one finger, off of one claw.
Right? I can give you a coin for that one.
Perfect.
And then, so, however much coin that was, it's somewhere in my notes.
I didn't get
seven.
If I did, I didn't write them
Yep.
down.
It's 750 gold that he'll give to you.
Cool. Nice. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Alright. And as this happens, he will look at you, Jinx, and... You know, you strangers were foretold of your arrival. You should probably speak with Madame Ava before you head on to your travels. And he points to the tent closest to the water.
Intriguing. Thank you for that bit of info.
Of course, you are welcome as long as you keep the peace.
Understood.
Certainly doable.
Jinx turns around thinking this transaction was separate.
As you have now this information and a place to rest for who knows how long. This is where our session ends. So, we'll pick up next time with whatever happens here in the encampment. Perhaps there's more to learn of this prophecy of your arrival from this Madame Ava. But, all in due time. So thank you to our players for playing. I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'll see you all in our next stream. Until then, head over to willthewitch.com and check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself, or just keep up to date with all of our announcements. We do have a few exciting things coming up here very soon. You don't want to miss out on them. Follow us on Twitch for our live streams. Head over to YouTube for our VODs, and if you can support us, do so how you can, whether donations at my Ko-fi, or just sharing us around on social media. But until the next one, laters.